Hey guys, it's Justine, and I've been making YouTube videos since about 2006, and until about a year ago, I edited and shot almost all of those myself. Yes, very time consuming. Most recently, I started working with Tyler. He helps shoot and edit videos. So now I want to walk you guys through a workflow that we've been using to work remotely. The three main tools we use are Final Cut for editing, Frame.io for file storage and transfer, and PostLab for sharing Final Cut libraries in the cloud. Frame.io plays a huge part in how we transfer all of our footage. Each of our projects has a unique folder that we upload everything to that we're gonna need for the video. Then using their desktop transfer app, we can easily and really quickly download multiple folders full of all of the files at once. The subfolder structure will all stay intact, and you even have the option of downloading the original or two different proxy size versions of the files. It's such a great platform when you're collaborating with multiple people, and it's been so key for us to stay organized when we're all working in different places. Until a few weeks ago, when we discovered PostLab, we thought we had this really great workflow editing system set up. We would send each other the XMLs, I would import, and then PostLab was brought into our lives, and it has absolutely changed everything. PostLab is an app that makes collaborating with multiple editors remotely super simple and efficient. It will save and sync your libraries so anyone can work on it from anywhere. I love the time machine history showing who was working on what, so there's no guessing what changes were made by someone else. Everything is tracked and synced. This works on macOS with Final Cut and even Premiere. So I've also been working with my sister Jenna. We just recently started a podcast, and she also has her own YouTube channel. I taught Jenna to edit maybe like 8 or 9 years ago. So sometimes from time to time she'll have an editing question. But now with PostLab, I can even open up her library. I can even make the change for her, tell her what I did, and then she can use that as an excuse to ask me to basically edit her video for her. I see what she's doing. Sneaky. Frame.io is also incredible if you have somebody else editing a video. It allows you to make timecode comments, you can do time ranges, and you can even make visual comments. You can tell the person editing exactly where you want the change. Frame.io is also amazing because it has a Final Cut workflow extension. So when I make my notes in Frame.io, either on my iPhone, my iPad, or on a computer, those will show up to Tyler, and then he can import those into Final Cut, and it will overlay exactly where the changes are. This gives you a really nice visual representation in the timeline of where the changes have to be made. I also love this link playhead feature. This will let you click the comments in the Frame.io workflow extension, and it will automatically snap to that time code on the Final Cut timeline. You can then easily export it out and upload it directly to the Frame.io shared folder for review. Let's head over to Tyler's house so he can show you guys how we get the project started.
So what I'm doing right now is starting this project inside PostLab. So here is the iJustine PostLab team. Inside here we have some productions and some folders. So what I'm going to do is create a new production. So you come down here to this plus button and click production, and then it'll give you an option to name the production. I'm going to call this iPhone SE test. So I'm going to hit create, but there's nothing in here yet. So we're going to make a Final Cut Pro library by clicking here and selecting new library. And from here we can open the project and start editing. So I'm going to click start editing right here, and it just automatically opens up Final Cut. And from here you can just import footage and music and everything else like you normally would from your media storage location. And now I'm just going to get started editing this project.
Oh my goodness, it looks like Jenna is actually working right now. Let me screen share this just to prove it. So you'll see right here, this library is locked by Jenna Izarek, which means she's working on the podcast.
Hi, my name is Jenna. I have been making YouTube videos for 10 years, but as of recently, I am now going to be a co-host of a podcast. First episode, I am on editing duty, and I am taking it very, very, very seriously because, well, it's our first episode. So PostLab has been incredible for many reasons. Now, years ago, probably 10 years ago, my sister Justine taught me how to edit. I'm pretty good, but I'm not as good as her. So I always am asking her questions, and I'm like sending her files. I'm like, can you just edit this and send it back? This has been great because I've actually secretly been like having her edit for me. I don't like color grading, and her being the nice person that she is, she'll go ahead, help me, and then I can just copy and paste her color attributes to the rest of my timeline, and I didn't have to do anything.
really exciting because you can go in and you can kind of see all of the changes that happened inside of this folder. So right here, I started the library, I started working on it, I synced the audio, added color, I started a new podcast project, I started some of the edits, and now today, as we speak, and I film this, Jenna is starting to work on the final edit for the full-length podcast episode. And then I love in here, there's tasks, so I can give out different tasks to people.
Oh, she has assigned me some tasks. All right, so I'm going to respond back to here and let her know that I'm working on it. Justine has already managed to set up all the multicams and sync all the audio because she knows it's also not my favorite thing. So now I'm gonna go ahead and make sure that the rest of the podcast looks good. I wonder if she's gonna like where I added this sound effect.
Oh, did you guys hear that? So now that Jenna's working on the podcast, I'm gonna check in with Tyler and see where he's at.
So it's the next day and I've got a pretty good edit on this video done. And now I'm going to upload that progress to PostLab. And because Justine and I have all the same footage and content on matching hard drives, she'll be able to open up that project and look at it. No problem. Here it says upload your work, and I'm going to describe what I've changed. And it's really funny if you just try to say like edited and hit upload, it gives you an error. You can do better than that. Good job, PostLab. Okay, edit complete. That's good. And then we just click upload. And what it does here is it closes the library in Final Cut Pro and logs it in PostLab. And here it is. It has a timeline of all the changes that have happened and logs it all in this nice little list. And then when Justine opens this on her computer, she can click start editing, or she can open a copy to take a look at what I've done. But I have a feeling Justine might have some notes. So what I'm actually gonna do is open this back up, and I'm going to upload this to Frame.io so that she can make notes if she has any. I'm sure the edit is perfect because I'm amazing, but just in case she has any notes, I'm going to upload this to Frame.io. And that's it. Now it's going to export the video and automatically upload it to Frame.io, and I can go eat some Raisin Bran and go along with my day.
So this is exciting because Tyler just said that he is sending me a Frame.io link of a proof of the video. So the first round is done. So I made all my changes and notes in Frame.io, and now I'm gonna open up PostLab for the first time to actually see what the library is that Tyler's working on. So I can go into our project here and I can download the whole project library to my computer. So once this downloads, I can see everything that Tyler's been working on since he first started the library. I'm gonna mark this project as in progress, and since Tyler's not working on it now, I can go directly into the library and start editing. When I first open the project up, I need to relink all of the files. This only has to be done the first time you open the library. PostLab will maintain the linked footage for each user, even if they have the files in different places on their drives. This couldn't be done before when working remotely without PostLab. We're basically working on the same Final Cut library, just in different places.
So I've got some notes back from Justine, and I'm gonna go in and make some changes. And what I can do is use the Frame.io workflow extension. It's very cool. So it's this button right up here in the top, and you click that, and it opens up this window inside Final Cut where you can review videos and notes right inside Final Cut Pro. So I've rearranged my windows here a little bit, and I've got the Frame.io extension on the left and Final Cut Pro on the right. And here's why the Frame.io extension is really cool. I can come here to this little button that says link playheads, and when I click that, it's going to link all of these comments to my project timeline. So when I click on one of these comments, you'll see that my project playhead skipped exactly to that point in the video. And when I click on another comment, make title read @iJustine, boom, the playhead skips back to that point in the timeline. Another option here is, instead of using the link playheads feature, I can actually import all of these comments as sort of like an adjustment layer on top of my project in Final Cut. And all I have to do is click import. This window pops up that says import comments, and then I'm just going to click and drag this over to Final Cut. It is overlaid into my timeline, all the notes. I can stay within my timeline and scroll through here and make all the changes. So if I scroll to the first note here, you can see it here in the window, make title read @iJustine. I already did that. I knew I messed that up. And so let's go to the next note. And the note reads, audio accidentally muted here? Yes, it was. That is my bad. So that's it. I can just go through this whole timeline, make all these changes, and then upload back to PostLab.
It's so incredibly convenient because I can take exactly what he was working on and just pick up right where he left off. Between Final Cut, Frame.io, and PostLab, we have developed a really incredible workflow for editing remotely. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to leave them in the comments and I will put a link in the description so you guys can check out Frame.io and PostLab. And I hope that this video has helped you guys get a sense of what is possible when you are working remotely. This has completely changed the way that we work and I cannot wait to get back to editing. I love to edit, and this has made it so much more fun.